Welcome back to another episode of Crave TV. I'm your host, Chandler Baird, and today Adam called, asked me to meet him out at Riverstone in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, this brand new restaurant, Vicino Pizza. Super stoked, so let's head on in, flip some pizzas, do whatever, and have fun.
Welcome to Vicino Pizza. I'm Adam, I'll be your server today.
You're a server now.
I am.
Okay.
They're a little short, so.
All right, what are your specials?
Everything here is amazing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna probably need a minute to look over the menus,
right.
So is that okay?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Adam Hegsted, chef and restaurateur in the Northwest. I'm all about the people because that's what hospitality is built on.
Hi, I'm Chandler Baird, local foodie and lifestyle influencer at Spokane Eats. I'm all about highlighting our local eateries and the communities that support them.
Crave TV is the telling of stories through visiting the places and restaurants, meeting the people who make it happen, and talking to the chefs who help create this amazing industry. This is Crave TV. Hey, how's it going?
Hi guys, good, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to Vicino. Thank you, thanks for having us.
I have to go take some tables. Chandler's gonna go cook with the chef this time.
Let's do it.
Awesome,
Let's
go meet him.
I don't know.
Chandler, this is Chef Josh Pebbles.
Hi, nice to meet you. Here we're cooking.
We are, you ready?
I think so. We'll
I'm
find
gonna
out.
go bust some tables. You guys have fun.
All right, let's go. Gloved up.
Gloves up.
We're ready to go.
Ready to make some meatballs?
Heck yeah.
All right, let's do it. First, we're gonna mix the pork, and then we're gonna mix everything into that pork, and we're set, ready to ball them up. Get in there, hands deep.
Oh yeah. This is oddly satisfying.
And we're gonna add our Parmesan.
Oh, I love that. The more cheese, the better.
It is. It's really a lot of the base to the flavor, so there's almost as much Parmesan as there is pork in our meatballs.
Beautiful.
That's what makes them so soft.
I can tell I'm gonna like these.
They're a big hit.
Okay, just working it in, acting like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, just keep mixing it up.
Okay.
So we have now we're mixing in
That was parsley?
That was parsley.
Okay.
Now we're mixing in our onion and garlic.
Oh my gosh, I wish y'all at home could smell this because it smells like heaven.
And we always saute it first, soften up the onions and garlic so you don't get a crunch inside the meatball, especially with it being such a soft meatball.
So tell me about your cooking background.
And I started when I was 14 years old. Started as a dishwasher, and that just kind of led me into it and found the passion and ended up going to culinary school in Napa Valley, the Culinary Institute of America.
Oh, very cool.
And then decided to further my career and moved to Italy for 2 years and cooked in a Michelin star restaurant that's been around for 400 years now.
Okay, so you know your stuff.
I'd like to think so, but the fun part about the culinary world is you never stop learning.
So true.
It's ever evolving, and that's the greatest part about it.
Did you grow up in Spokane? Coeur d'Alene?
No, Bay Area.
Oh, Bay Area, okay.
Yeah.
Do you like it here? What do you think?
I love it. I've been here for 2 years. It's great. I'm a big fly fisherman, so it's perfect for me.
All right, so hopefully we won't lose you.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, I'm here.
Okay, good. All right, so what's next?
After this, we will end up putting them in the fryer, and then they're gonna go into the pizza oven.
Okay.
So we ball them up like this.
Smart. That is a very smart hack.
Yes.
I don't do that at home.
Yeah, it makes them exactly the same size every time.
So they cook perfectly,
Yep, and then that's it right there.
Yeah, see, that's a solid size meatball in my mind.
It is a good size, yeah.
Okay. So now we do this like 100 times?
And do it 100 times, and then we fry them, and then we put them in the pizza oven. Pizza time.
Let's do this.
Ready?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna take some of that flour, sprinkle it all over the board. Pizza doughs.
Gosh. And you guys make these from scratch?
We do make them from scratch.
Of course.
We do a 2-day fermentation. and it's 72% hydration.
Okay.
Which basically turns out to be, it's almost like a sourdough dough.
Oh my gosh.
And so you have a little bit of chewiness in the crust, and it gives it that much an elevated flavor than just a normal pizza crust.
Your influence mainly comes from your time in Italy, I'm assuming?
A lot of it does,
yeah,
yes.
okay. So this is like Italian pizza in Coeur d'Alene.
Yes, this is
wow.
Pretty much very traditional Neapolitan style pizza. This is exactly what it is here.
Okay, so what now?
Okay, so we're gonna take our dough.
Follow your lead, yep.
And then we're gonna, with the palm of our hand, but you wanna try and leave a little bit of crust around the outside. So it should be bigger around the outside.
Okay.
So we're letting the weight of the dough do the stretching.
Okay.
So we're gonna take it in both hands, and then our thumbs are gonna be on the inside of that little crust that you made.
Okay.
And then we're gonna keep on turning it.
Wow.
And then
I could do this all day.
it's fun.
It is. It's like arts and crafts. It's an arm workout too.
It's fun. It's the repetitiveness of doing it all over again.
I'm not gonna lie, mine looks better than yours.
That looks way better. Then we're gonna take some of that olive oil in the brush, and we're gonna go just around the edges.
All right.
So we're gonna make a sausage and honey and a speck and peach. Speck is a cured meat, so we cure it in-house. And then we smoke it inside the pizza oven.
Oh my gosh.
And so it has a very smoky, salty, and black pepper flavor to it.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Perfect.
3, 4, 5, 6.
And one in the middle. Boop. Some peaches. I like a lot of peaches on it, so scatter them all over the place.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna do the speck. So we're layering this all around just like that. Okay, we're ready for the oven now.
Heck yeah.
We're gonna give it that good shake. And then in there, and then you're gonna slide it right off.
Okay, and this oven is 950 degrees?
It is 962 degrees.
Woo!
Boom, perfect.
Look at that.
And natural. Okay, so they typically take, with this high of a heat, they take about 3 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So they're very quick cooking pizza, but you have to rotate them in order not to burn one side.
Gotcha.
And you'll see the crust start to rise up around there.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna give it a turn, and it usually takes about 3 turns.
Okay.
And then we're ready to slice them up.
We'll be right back with more Crave TV after this.
You're gonna try the slice.
Heck yeah. Woo! I messed that up. I'm so bad at this.
No, you're all right.
Woo! And she's fired again. Amazing. So now we get to go eat.
Now you get to eat.
Thank you so much. That was actually really fun and informative. Can I come back and make another one sometime?
Of course.
Okay. Order up. Where's our server? I'm hungry. I don't know. What's going on?
Sorry, boss. I had a lot of tables.
We'll let
you did a pretty good job.
Thank you.
In my place, I think you did fantastic.
Thank you so much. It means a lot coming from you.
So thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
It's awesome to have you guys.
And you guys opened in 2020, right?
We opened October 3rd, 2020, in the middle of a pandemic.
And you also own Vine and Olive, which is just down the street.
Which is, around the corner.
Yes.
Which Vicino actually means near, close by in Italian.
So this spot opened up and you just thought, I want to jump on it. This is perfect.
No.
What's the story?
So, Chef's the one who planted the seed of starting this restaurant, and it was literally in the middle of the shutdown. So he was walking by this space, which was closed, and he peeked in and saw there was a wood fire pizza oven. Mm-hmm. So he was all excited, so he comes back and knocks on the door, and he's like, that space that's empty, they have a wood fire pizza oven. And I said,
and the wheels start turning.
No, I said,
you're like, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I know. I know, it's been closed for a year. He's like, we make a really good Neapolitan style pizza. And I literally said, I'm not opening another restaurant. You could see the little twinkle in his eye, and then I shut the door, I started thinking about it, and I've always had in the back of my mind this idea of doing a second restaurant, but I never really had like this the concept or the idea. I'd never in a million years would I thought I would have opened a pizza restaurant, because I've never been a big pizza person, which I know it sounds really weird, but pizza's never been my go-to. But during the shutdown, I found myself eating pizza for comfort with little inexpensive bottles of wine.
Yeah.
When I was waking up at 5 a.m. with my notebook trying to figure out the name, like I literally was writing, I had like 2 pages full trying to find a name, because I was like, it has to be really thoughtful and it can't be like expected and generic. And when I found Vicino, I was like, yeah, I think we're doing a restaurant.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. And all of this artwork around the restaurant, I took every single picture, and it's all from my travels in Italy.
Wow.
And they all have an amazing story that all of them almost, like if I were to tell you the story of that in Siena, I would almost tear up telling you the story. So everything is very thoughtful. Yep, and the whole list is 100% Italian, which is a first for Coeur d'Alene, which we're really proud of. Wide price range. You can still spend $300 on a bottle here if you want to, but we've got lots of $30 bottles, and every wine is, like, it has to be a really good food wine, but we're going to take that a next step.
But you
like,
can
it has
have that
to be
with
great
pizza.
food wine.
You can have a $300 bottle with pizza, and it's amazing.
It's the best, yes.
Speaking of wine, we're gonna head over to Coeur d'Alene Cellars and try some local favorites out.
All
What do
right.
you think about that?
I'm gonna finish my food and then let's go. Yeah. Okay.
All right, we can do that.
All right, so we are here in Coeur d'Alene at Coeur d'Alene Cellars, right?
Yeah.
Have you been here before?
I have. It's a great place.
Okay, so we're gonna head inside, meet up with Devin and Kimber, and see what they have in store, get a little tour of their facility, and
Try
all that
some wine.
fun stuff. Of course.
let's do
okay.
it.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm Kimber. This is Devin. Come on in.
All right, let's go.
Guys, come on in. This is where all the magic happens. We make all the wine here on site. Everything's made here from scratch, from straight grapes to bottle, bottled here, straight to consumer, and directly to consumer only.
Well, and obviously we've worked with you for a long time.
Yeah.
And we love the quality of products, and so it's like been great for our restaurant group. Since we opened Winery Table, we've worked with them on creating a white and a red blend, and so it's been a great relationship for us.
We'll get to taste some of the wines.
Oh
here.
yeah, we definitely are looking forward to that. Why Coeur d'Alene? Why did you decide to do it here?
Well, I grew up here, and during college spent a year in Burgundy, France, and just lived in the wine region, and came back and asked, why are we not doing this here? I kicked off the winery almost 20 years ago and started really small, but I felt like this area needed it. So it grew really fast, and here we are.
I've drank your wine since the beginning. So
Yeah,
it's like,
it's been 20 years, yeah. We distribute some of our
When I was
wines,
5.
but to restaurants like you.
Yeah.
But a lot of our wine is direct to consumer. We have a really big, fun wine club, and a lot of people come to Coeur d'Alene and Google wineries, and we pop up.
You'll see numbers everywhere on these barrels, and they're all different year of barrel from different places, or similar places, different years. And that actually gives it different impacts to the wine.
And we use stainless because there are wines where we want to age the wine, but we don't want to impart oak or other flavors. We just want to simply age the wine.
kind of showcase those characteristics.
Showcase the fruit itself. And some of our whites especially sit in some stainless barrels for a while. So, yeah.
Instead of adding on different flavors, you want to like highlight that
it
fruit,
clean.
keep it clean,
Keep it clean,
bright.
yeah.
Okay.
If you could only pick one wine to have the rest of your life, what would you pick?
One white and one red.
Fine, okay, fine.
One white and one. So my white would be our Chardonnay. I like it because it's not super oaky, it's not super buttery, it's just really lightly made, and so the fruit really sings. And then for the red, I would probably pick our Opulence because it's our biggest, boldest, most beautiful red wine, and I always find it a treat to open it. So That's
nice.
mine. What about you?
I love our Chenin Blanc. It's one
really
that's hardly ever made and kept by itself. It's usually blended out into something else. It goes great with food without a lot of oak in it. So it's really good with halibuts and fresh fish and scampi's type stuff.
Or you can just sit out in the patio and drink it.
Yeah.
Well, weird. I do that often. Yeah. Right? Reds, I love almost any red, but like for us, I like our blends, and our Bordeaux blend is by far, I think, our best.
So this is our mobile wine bar, and it has a serving station here. It's
beautiful.
A lot of storage inside.
That's very
Please serve us. We're ready.
It's got like video and sound.
Oh my gosh.
All wired in. So actually in the front, we can detach it from the vehicle. And we have a large flat screen TV that comes up in the front.
Oh,
so if we
cool.
are at a family reunion or something and we have kids that want to watch you know, Ice Age or some sort of movie, we can set that up in front with all the sound, and then have
adults
different
are back
sound
here.
out back. Yeah,
That's
very cool.
genius.
Yeah, we're super excited. It's brand new for us.
It smells new.
Okay, so here we're just gonna sweat some onions. So the idea here is you'll hear that like on a recipe, sweat onions or sweat garlic. You want to cook the onions or garlic until they're translucent, until you like kind of get the smell, but you're not browning them.
Okay.
So it's like a little bit lower heat, and you can like start to see that they get translucent, and you can see the edges starting to turn a little bit, but they're not really browning. And so that's kind of the idea behind sweating vegetables. You know, if you need to start a base of a sauce or base of soup, but you don't want to get any of the brown color in there to change the color of your liquid, then you just kind of keep it on a little bit lower of a heat. You're rendering bacon, you're rendering any kind of meat, you kind of keep it that same idea as well.
Or you can just take this pan outside on a hot summer day and sweat some
Maybe
onions
it's like
outside.
120 outside, yeah, that's
Crazy.
easy.
These bottles opened up.
Yeah, this is why Adam wanted to come.
Perfect. This is the Chardonnay. And I wanted to point out the labels. Every different label that we make has a different watercolor on it. And the watercolors are all done by my mom here locally. She's been a watercolor artist for almost 40 years, And she truly is an artist. And our tagline for the winery is the fine art of wine. So we take the art behind it seriously.
Yeah, that's great.
We've both traveled in the wine industry. I've been around the world making wine and just crafting it and drinking it, of course. And, it's the easiest way to figure out what you like and don't like is by trying it.
Yeah.
And I like to try a lot of it.
What a fun job for you guys.
Well, I think that's like how it's exactly what you've said, is like when you're tasting it against another Chardonnay, or you have like, oh, this one's a little watery, or this one's a little over oaked, and that's like kind of how you develop your palate and the flavors you like. Well, thank you so much for showing us around and giving us some great tastes of wine. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
Thank you.
Beautiful sunny day in Coeur d'Alene.
Gorgeous day outside.
Love to see it. We're gonna stop and get lunch, right?
That's it.
Okay.
Hey, John.
Oh, hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Welcome to Noontime. Want to grab some lunch?
Would love to.
Always.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we stepped inside to Noontime. It's quite an establishment in Coeur d'Alene. We're here with the owner, John, and he's gonna tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so Noontime is sort of we like to think of it as a Coeur d'Alene institution. We opened in 1996, so we've been here for quite a long time.
And have you been here the whole time?
I have.
Wow.
My partner, who's working in the kitchen right now, and I started it together back then, and we're still together and keeping it going. And then we've opened, several more restaurants since then, but this is the first one, so kind of dear to our hearts.
Yeah, and tell me about your other restaurants.
So we have, the next one was the Elk, which is in Spokane. And then we also have one in Hayden Lake called the Porch Public House. And we also have one on the South Hill of Spokane called the 2-7.
Yes.
And then the last one, most recently, is LK, which is right behind the Elk and is the only one that's really different.
Okay.
It's a tequila bar
Yeah.
with tacos and tamales, and we have like 90 tequilas there.
I didn't
More
realize you guys
Mexican.
have you always owned LK?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, okay. Very cool.
So same owners, but totally different concept. We just
Yeah.
took over that space and wanted to do something completely different for a change. So.
It's such a cool spot. It's like
Such a cool
it's like a
spot.
sliver, but it's like such a
Yeah.
cool vibe in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Browns
like-
Edition is incredible. So it's really fun that you have two restaurants right there that
Yeah.
you can kind of run.
Yeah, I love Brown's Edition. It's been a big part of my life. My mom worked at the museum when I was a kid, and my first restaurant management job was at a house on the opposite end of the block from the Elk. That's turned back into a house now, but it was a restaurant for a long time when I worked there, called the Gingham House.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird, full circle for me to be back in Brown's
Yeah.
Edition.
So you grew up in Spokane.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. And
Yeah.
you've never left because why would you?
Well, I left for a while, long enough to figure out that I wanted to come back.
That's what we like. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some crossover between the restaurants, but then you have some things different at each one.
Yeah, the idea is that whatever neighborhood the restaurant is in, it should feel kind of individual to you. Like one of our taglines is every neighborhood should be so lucky. And we want it to feel like your own restaurant. So even though they're similar and we have some of the favorites across the menus, there's always 50%, 60% that's different.
Okay.
So, it feels like your own restaurant when you live in the neighborhood.
So what are we eating?
So Adam's having the Santa Fe chicken sandwich.
Which is amazing with the taco salad.
I'm having the Kona burger, which is a special, which I think is kind of named after, it's like a little bit of the Big Kahuna burger takeoff from the Pulp Fiction.
Good.
Okay.
And it looks like you have the braised beef tacos with corn pasta.
Yeah.
We've got the spicy curried cashews and the barbecue chicken quesadilla with smoked onion dipping sauce.
I know you're going to want some of this,
I am
so
going to.
I'll save you some.
All right.
Thank you so much for having us, John. We appreciate it. Thank you for the corn pasta and everything else.
You're welcome.
All the
We'll be
delicious
back.
foods.
Yes. Don't forget to join us next week on Fox 28 for another episode of Crave TV. Cheers,
you.
guys. Thank you. We'll be here like all the time.
Yeah,
so
I already am here all the time.
Just reserve this table
I'll be
for
here
us.
too.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.